Greater Good Radio. Connect, learn, heal, and grow.
I went back to my great-grandfather, Ernest Shikaku Hunt, and I started studying Buddhism and just the value of meditation. Because even when I wrote my dissertation, when I got my PhD, I had to do it in a coffee shop. Like I needed noise around me to actually be in focus. And so quieting down my mind and being still is still something that I work very hard on doing. And so my grandfather, it's funny, like when you don't have the answers, like what happens. And this has happened to me twice in my life, but I was challenged to, be still. And so I decided that I wanted to do a trip similar to my grandfather's trip. I wanted to go back to England. I wanted to learn about my ancestors there and then follow his work to India and then to Myanmar and then back to Hawaii and maybe do his journey. But I had a mentor at the time who said that was his journey. The question you need to ask yourself is, what is your journey because of his journey? And so what I ended up doing was going to Nepal and then Tibet and hiking around Mount Kailash, which is the center of Buddhism and Hinduism. So it's their most sacred mountain there. And just spending time by myself. It had been the first time in my life that I was just by myself for 6 weeks. And of course, obviously, I have a very supportive husband who allowed me to do that. It was incredible learning journey for me around like really tapping into my own energy and being able to just be, right, and not do. And my grandfather wrote a book because he translated a lot of the Buddhism doctrine into English for people in Hawaii. He wrote a book about meditation. And to me, it's like, here I'm like, I can't meditate, I can't do it. And then my grandfather gives me this book's like meditation for dummies, really. But it's like meditation for fourth graders. But it was like the really elementary version of like what, you need to do to get into that space. And so again, I'm having this conversation with my great grandfather, who I never met. He passed before I was born. And he's teaching me and he's sharing his wisdom with me. And that wisdom becomes part of who I am and like, continues to flow through my children and the work that I do. But I definitely feel like energy is a huge part of it.
If you resonate with Greater Good Radio, please join our community at www.greatergoodradio.com, where you can get access to exclusive content and offerings. Hope to see you soon.